Welcome back to News 10. Good morning. You know, you see the ads all the time for these dating services, online sites like Match.com or eHarmony. And if you've ever applied to one of those sites, you know that finding your match isn't always as easy as it may seem.
So, a local single mother has taken online dating into her own hands and has made a match site just for her. On June 1st, Heather Lauder's Husband Search launched, and she talked to us this week about what her thoughts were behind looking for love online.
You know, meeting men in general has become pretty difficult, and some of those other dating sites are very flat. www.heathershusbandhunt.com. It's an application process, which is a fun application. If you take a look at it, it's really interactive. It asks silly questions like, what do you do when the toilet paper's out? What do you do when you drink the last of the milk? But the big site, or the big portion of the site, is blogs, and it's interactive. There's a blog section where we have a topic we're talking about every week. So basically, it's a place for women to come and share their stories. I think of women, sometimes we allow ourselves, you know, when we get to a certain age, to accept certain behavior, and it's not acceptable. When a man texts you at 2 in the morning, he's not really that interested. You know, he may be interested in something, but it isn't in a long-term relationship with you. So it's all going to be fun. I mean, hopefully I find a husband. I mean, that is, you know, ultimately the goal. But it was more my way of sharing what happens in my age bracket. I'm 38. And for the last 5 years, and I'm anticipating for the next 10, if I'm still in the dating arena, this is one tough job. But I've had a variety of really great responses, and it's been, you know, less than a week, and I'm already having a lot of fun.
She looks good. I love the way she said they may be interested in something, but not necessarily what we're after. Well, how's been the response?
She's had quite a few responses. I think she's going on her first date, Tish.
She's having a launch party for the site tomorrow night at the Mix, and she's already, you know, she's gotten some solicitations from some guys that want to take her out. So she's like, meet me at my launch party. So it's kind of
oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So and she's invited the women bloggers on her site as well. So it's like going to be a whole singles mingling.
Yeah, so it's not
thing.
really just for her, it's for other single people so they can get together and mingle.
But they've eliminated the middleman, eHarmony or Match.com.
Exactly.
That's the deal.
She has a little more control over it. Yeah.
You know what? It's been so long since I dated.
I know, that's
can't
how
even
I felt
imagine.
too. I was like, I have no idea.
But I like the idea of getting to know somebody you know, online like that before you actually put things to the test.
Well, I will tell you, it's tough out there in the dating world. You know, either you have to rely on your friends to set you up with someone, or you meet someone, you know, when you least expect it. So I think this is a great idea. This is, you know, 2009.
Is it harder for men or women, or is it about the same?
You know, I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. I don't ask a lot of my single guy friends. I personally think it's harder for women to get out there and try to meet your special someone. It really is. And
like Heather was telling us, it's hard for her, and with this site, it's kind of easier because she gets a lot of married guys coming up to her. And she actually had a man sign on and wanted to date her, and then his wife signed on and said, just to let you know, that's my husband.
And the thing is, you have to weed through a lot of
I'd imagine it's really hard,
trust me, to find someone decent enough to go out with.
That's a good way to put it.
It's
weed through a lot of frogs. Monica, you're awfully quiet over there.
I think it's really hard. I think it's really hard, especially being a female, and if you're in a position like Kelly is, being on the air too. I think a lot of people have difficulty separating that sometimes, and that becomes a little bit difficult. So with this woman putting herself out there like that, all of a sudden she's kind of a celebrity a little bit, and you might find people that want to date you just because of your publicity, because of the internet site too. So, you know, but as long as she understands that and kind of has a good, you said she's very smart, intelligent,
great head on her shoulders,
has a good head on her shoulders.
And she was saying that too in itself is kind of something that was turn off for men, because she's already established. She owns her own house, she has her own car, she has a daughter.
Independent.
Intimidating.
So you know, she was saying that she's not finding that men want that right now.
You know, the only advice I ever offer is, when you're looking real hard for it, you won't find it. The minute you stop
looking. That's what married people say.
You're right.
But single people don't want to hear that. Oh, don't look for love. Love will look for you.
It'll find you. It'll find you.
Okay, whatever.
Relax. You can let us know what you think. Send the email to goodmorning@news10. About dating services, we had a Heather looking for a husband. She launched a website. We got a lot of mail on that.
We got a lot of emails. I love this email from Michael Miller. He says, you think it's hard dating at 38 when you're an attractive woman, talking about Heather. You should try dating when you're 56 and average looking.
Ooh, I think that was in her age range. We should email. Get their
Good
I
hook.
know.
Also, we heard from Vicky, and she said, Dan, please think twice about telling singles to stop looking and you'll find love. I've been looking for 4 years and it hasn't happened. I guess she stopped. Yeah, she says, I stopped looking 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we also heard from Andrew,
Right.
and he wanted to wish the best of luck to Heather because it worked for him. He and his wife hooked up even though they were 5,500 miles apart.
I know.
Long
How
distance
romantic.
dating.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, we hope you have a great weekend. We're all ready for the weekend.
And if you're single, I hope you're dating someone this weekend.
Keep our fingers crossed for you. Thanks for spending some time with us.